All right. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. This is Dan with Ledger Support. I hope you're fine. Before we start the live, as usual, please give me a little feedback in the chat so I'm sure that you guys can hear me properly. And and then we'll start. As usual, this is Dan. I'm here for about an hour to answer all your questions. So the only thing you have to do is to drop your question in the chat, and I'll just go through each question one by one, and I'll try my best to help you out. Okay, thank you, MG, for the feedback. Hey, Farnham. Yeah, cool. Okay, thank you, guys. This is useful. Cool. Happy that the sound is good. So yeah, so let's start. Yeah, so wait, let me just go up the chat. Okay, so the first question is from Albert to Bone. Albert said that he transferred 1,000 Matic to Ledger using Matic Network instead of the Ethereum network. How do I recover my funds? Okay, good question. So it's not, it's not very difficult. If you use the Matic network instead of the Ethereum network, the only thing you have to do is to go into Ledger Live. You can just wake up your device, and then you click Add Account, and then you select Matic, Polygon Matic, and then you continue, and Ledger Live will help you install a Polygon account, and your Matic should be exactly in that account. And then it's up to you. You can leave your Matic in your account if you want to, in your Polygon account. It's perfectly safe. Or you can bridge the Matic back to your Ethereum account. So basically, if you want to stake your Matic, then you'll have to send the Matic back to your Ethereum account. You cannot stake Matic on the Polygon network for security reason. This is just the way the Polygon network is architected. So you'll have to take your Matic and send them back to the Ethereum account. So here's the flow to add your account. So you'll have your Polygon account added, and your Matic balance will appear somewhere in there. Once you've got your Polygon, you see your Matic in your Polygon account. You've got two options to bridge it back to your Ethereum account. You can just send it back to the exchange, and then from the exchange, you can just withdraw the Matic through the Ethereum network, just like you did before, but you just make sure to select the correct network, so Ethereum instead of Polygon. Or you can use a bridge like I think Squid in Ledger Live will let you do it. So if you go into Discover section here, you click Polygon, so you select your account, and then you should be able to select, you select your Polygon account, Matic, then you select Ethereum and Matic here, just like that. Okay, so from would be Matic on Polygon, and to would be Matic on Ethereum. Now keep in mind that this transaction will occur a fee. Okay, the fee will depend on how much. I was gonna say confusion, congestion there is on the network. So if more people use the network at that time, the fee will be higher. And of course, if less people use the network, the fee will be lower. And then after the transaction has confirmed, then you should be able to see your Matic in your Ethereum account. And basically, it will show as a token, just like that. So this is one of my Ethereum accounts. The Matic will show in the token section here. So it will be somewhere in here. I don't have Matic in my account, but it will show here as a Matic token. And that's really all you have to do. So I hope I answered your question here. Okie doke. Next question. Virtuous women winning. That's quite the handle. I like it. Help, urgent. I just set up my new Nano S Plus via my Nano, and I don't see the connect to my wallet on the Uphold platform to transfer my XRP currency securely to my Ledger. Yeah, so that's normal. You cannot connect directly to Uphold. Uphold is just an exchange, so yeah, think of it as like a marketplace. They have their own wallets. What you want is to transfer from their wallet to your Ledger wallet. And for that, you'll have to create a transaction from their exchange to your wallet. So very simply, what you would do is you would go into Ledger Live, and then you will have to create a XRP account, a new XRP account for you. So you go into the account section, add account, XRP, boom, continue. Then you follow the prompt on the device. Okay, just open the app. The Ledger Live will help you install the XRP app on the device. Okay, then you create the account. You can give it like whatever name you want, or you can go with the default name. It's really up to you. And then you click add account. Okay, so here's the new account in Ledger Live. Then you just open the account, click receive, and click continue, and then follow the prompt again on the device to verify the address. This step is actually very, very important. Okay, you want to make sure that the address that shows on the device matches the address that shows on Ledger Live. Okay, they should be exactly the same. So just carefully go character by character, just to make sure that everything matches. And if everything is in order, then you can click that button here. You can validate the address on the device. So use both buttons like that. Boom. And then you go on Uphold. You use the address that you just copied from Ledger Live, and you send a transaction to, you create the transaction from Uphold to your device. And once the transaction has confirmed on the XRP network, then you should be able to see your XRP in your device. So let me see if I've got an XRP account here, a funded XRP account. See, just like that. Here you go. So you'll be able to see your XRP account like that with the funds. And that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do. Just something important, if you want to send back your XRP from your Ledger account to an exchange, you will need to add, of course, the address of the account, of the exchange, okay? But you also need to add a tag, okay? This is only when you send from your Ledger to an exchange, not if you send from an exchange to your Ledger. If the exchange ask you for a tag, if you want to withdraw from the exchange to Ledger, you can just leave that blank. But if you want to send from your Ledger to the exchange, then you will need a tag. Okay, exchanges need the tag to identify your deposit. Something to keep in mind. And that's all. That's all you have to do. I hope that's clear. But don't hesitate to ask any follow-up question. Okay. Next question. Joe, welcome back. So Jojo, hi, my Nano X24 water recovery phrase is safe with me, or do you also keep it with you or take out from software I use? Oh, no, Joe, we don't have access to your recovery phrase. That's the whole concept of a ledger, right? So when you set up your device for the first time, right, the device will show you 24 words on the screen, and then you'll have to write down the 24 words carefully on a piece of paper. But the thing is, we don't have access to those 24 words. So you're the only person to ever see those 24 words, and it's up to you to make sure that you keep those 24 words carefully, because if you lose your 24 words in your device, then you will lose access to your funds. And also if someone gets access to 24 words, then they'll be able to copy your private keys to their device, and then they'll be able to steal your funds. So again, it's super important that you never share your 24 words with anyone. Scammers will typically ask you for your 24 word recovery phrase, because that's how they can get access to your accounts. They will try tricks like, hey, we are from Ledger support, or hey, I'm an employee at Ledger, or hey, I'm the Ledger CEO, I'm here to help you, and can you please send me your 24 word recovery phrase? Again, Ledger will never ask you for your 24 word recovery phrase. Okay. So no, we don't have a copy of your 24 word recovery phrase, and you're the only person to have seen it. And again, this is a lot of responsibility. So ideally, what I would recommend is so I know it's a little bit of extra investments, but for me, it's worth it, is to invest into a seed storage, a metal seed storage, and you can find those on the Ledger shop. So let me show you real quick. Those three, we've got three models here. I would recommend the CryptoTag Zeus personally. I know it's the most expensive, okay, but it's also the best. Like, I've tried them, the three of them. I don't really like the Bell photo because I don't like the tiles and the tray. Like it feels a little flimsy to me. But the crypto tag Zeus is really really good. So yes, it's expensive, but I think if you're gonna put your fortune and secure your fortune with recovery phrase, you want to make sure that the words are solidly backed up somewhere. Okay. So I hope I answered your question, Joe. Cool. Yeah, seems like it. So yeah, no worries. If you have any follow-up questions, then go ahead and ask as many as you want. I'm here until 6 p.m. So just go for it. All right, next MG. MG, welcome back. I have a problem to send my FET on Ledger. It sends me on Polygon ERC20 token instead of ETH Networks ERC20 token. I do not want to send on the BSC. Can you help me? Yeah. Okay, from Binance. Okay, so from Binance to Ledger, there are 3 options: FET Network, or ETH ERC20, or BSC. It sends me on Polygon ERC20 instead of. Oh, okay. MG, it would actually help me to if you could tell me like which exchange you're using. Oh, okay, Binance. Okay, that's interesting. Well, so I would say like generally, like if you're on Binance, yeah, Binance will ask you, hey, which network? They will try to sort of passively aggressively try to funnel you into Binance Smart Chain because that's their own network. But you probably want your FET on the native network, so that would probably. Okay, so FET is fetch.ai. Okay, I've heard of the project. So you can see here. I mean, I hope you guys can see my screen. Yeah, okay. So here's the coin page of fetch.ai coin token. You can see like it's like it can live on multiple blockchain. It can live on Ethereum, on BNB, or on Cosmos. So sending it to either Ethereum or BNB Smart Chain, Binance Smart Chain is fine, in my opinion. I personally prefer Ethereum because I trust Ethereum more than Binance Smart Chain, but it's up to you. I think Binance Smart Chain has cheaper fees as well. So it's really up to you what you prefer. But typically Binance should give you like different option, BSC, which would be Binance Smart Chain, but they should also give you the Ethereum ETH option. So you would need to select that instead, and of course provide your address, which should be the same for Binance Smart Chain or Ethereum. If the situation for you is a little different, then you can tell me, and maybe I can give you more insights. And just so you know, Fetch.ai is supported in Ledger Live, so you should be able to see the tokens in your Ethereum accounts. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Okay, next, Joseph. Was there an error in Ledger Live today? Mine just didn't show any coins at all of a sudden. So to not use Ledger Recover. Okay, so 2 questions here. So the first question, Joseph, was there an error in Ledger Live today? Mine just didn't show any coin at all of a sudden. Yeah, so it's possible. Ledger Live is just a piece of software that reads balances on the blockchain. And like any piece of software, sometimes it gets a little buggy, and sometimes it will get what we call a synchronization error. So basically, it's like the software is trying to read your accounts on the blockchain, like pinging the blockchain to get the data. But sometimes you will not be able to do it very effectively, depending on the congestion and how many people use Ledger Live as well. And sometimes we have bugs on our side as well. So typically, you would see something like that, right? It will go synchronizing, and then your accounts will go a little crazy. When you get something like that, typically what you just need to do is to go into settings, help, and then you clear the cache, okay? And then you confirm. Clearing the cache will force Ledger Live to resynchronize your balances, and typically that will help solve those issues where the coins like suddenly disappear, or you can't see your balances anymore. So yeah, so try that. And usually don't worry if coins like pop in and out of Ledger Live. Again, Ledger Live does not store your coins, right? The coins are stored on your device, the private keys. So if Ledger Live goes a little crazy, then that's fine. And also like another alternative would be to use Zerion. So Zerion is actually, it's almost like Ledger Live within Ledger Live. So Zerion is here. Here you go. And Xerion is cool because you can read your balances on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and also Polygon, and Arbitrum, and all the Ethereum rollups. So sometimes if you're getting like a wrong balance or you can't see a coin, just checking Xerion might allow you to see the token with the correct value. So just keep that in mind. So just a little tip. Okay, cool. So let's move on to the next question. I can see tons of questions in the chat. So thank you guys. If you just joined the chat, so I'm here until 6 p.m. So just drop your question in the chat. I'll go one by one and answer everything. So again, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate that you guys show up all the time. Yeah, warms my heart. So Farnham, hey Dan, hey Farnham, how's it going? Joseph, follow-up question. So not to use Ledger Recover, all we need is not to opt in after updating the NanoX firmware. How can I not opt in? How can I update the firmware and not use Ledger Recover? Yeah, so Joseph, it's really easy. It's Ledger Recover is disabled by default. Okay, so the firmware update gives your device the ability to activate Recover if you want it. If you opt in yourself and you confirm opting in with your device and go through the steps, but by default, Recover will be turned off. Okay, so I think that's something that's not necessarily understood by everyone, but Recover is off by default. So if you don't want to use Recover, then you just don't have to do anything, right? By default, Recover will be turned off. It's only if you want to use Recover after you update the firmware on an NanoX that you will have to go through the onboarding steps. And again, like, you're completely in control. If you don't like Recover, you can ignore it. But if you do want Recover, then you'll have to explicitly agree for the onboarding and so on. And it's a long process, so you will know if you opt in to Recover or not. Okay, Ledger will never force you to use Recover if you don't want to do it. This is not our philosophy. Will Ledger, yeah, so I hope I answered your question. Will Ledger Recover be an option on S Plus as well? Yes, I believe it will be eventually. We have an FAQ on the Help Center that answered that question, but again, that will be optional. That's the keyword. It will always be optional. So you're completely in control all the time. Okay. Next question, Crypto Finders. What time is it on till? Yeah, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. So just go ahead. If you missed this session, don't worry, there is one tomorrow as well. Joseph, CEO confirmed that if you subpoena, they will turn over the. Okay, so for that, I would say, Joseph, there is documentation on the. Let me show you. There is documentation on the Help Center that will answer your question. Everything related to Recover is answered. We have an FAQ. So support Ledger Recover here. And there is a section that answers all the questions about government subpoena and everything. Okay. So you can read this and yeah, just let me know if you have any other questions about it. Okay. So, but again, guys, Recover is completely optional. Okay, so if you don't like it, and that's your choice, you don't have to like it, you don't have to use it. If you don't want to use it, that's fine. Just ignore it. That's not gonna change the security of your device, and you can keep using the device as usual. That's all. Okay. Okay. Cruise. Please demonstrate steps to regain Ledger Live accounts if we were to forget our login password. Use the recovery 24 seed phrase option instead of the nano device option. Okay, I'll. That's a long process, Cruise. So maybe I won't go through the steps, but I can show you a video that shows the entire steps actually. But basically what you would do, I can show you the beginning of the process. So the process would be like, okay, you would, so let's say you forget your PIN, it would go like, you know, you would get the 3-strike thing, you know, invalid PIN attempts, number 1, number 2, number 3. After 3 invalid attempts, then you will go, it will reset the device. Then let me show you directly on YouTube. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing the correct page here. Okay, restore So by the way, this is our ledger. This is the YouTube channel. How to restore your funds with your recovery phrase. That's the video that you want to watch. Okay, let me share it for you, Cruz. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly show you the highlights. Okay, so you can see what I mean. But the video is very complete, right? So you can see here I'm resetting the device, and then I'll need to select. Yeah, so this is the option you want to select. Okay, you can see here restore from recovery phrase. All right, then you'll need to grab your recovery phrase, and then you type the words, one by one into the recovery phrase, and then you will confirm. If the recovery phrase is correct, of course, it will confirm the phrase, and then you can just keep using Ledger Live as normal. You know, you connect to your accounts on Ledger Live, and then you can create transaction, and that's really the only thing you have to do. Nothing else, really. So it's a very easy process. The only issue that can happen potentially is that if your recovery phrase has a spelling mistake or anything like that, then the process might fail, of course, because the words need to be in the correct order and also with the right spelling. By the way, if you want to, it's always good to check the spelling of the words before, I would say, like, even now, just this is the master list of all the different words that can ever be on a recovery phrase, right? There is 2048 of them. Okay, so I would say, like, once in a while it's good to go through your recovery phrase, go through the list, and make sure that everything is correctly spelled. Okay, so you don't get like bad surprises down the line. Okay, strongly recommend doing this as well. Okay, so I hope I answer your question here. Right, Cruz. So yeah, Cruz, I hope I answered your question there. Something else, I'll give you one last tip as well. If you're not sure if your current recovery phrase is correctly backed up, there is actually an app in Ledger Live that you can download on your device that's specially designed to check if your recovery phrase is correctly backed up. It's a little bit similar to the process of restoring the recovery phrase, in the sense that you will need to type your recovery phrase into your device. Again, that's important, into the device. And then the device will just, it runs a very simple true or false state test. So if the recovery phrase that you type is the same that is inside the device, they will just say, like, recovery phrase is correct or it's not correct. That's it. And the app is called Recovery Check. Okay, that's as well a good idea to do once in a while, just to make sure that you have the correct phrase. Your phrase is correctly backed up. I honestly would recommend to do it right after you finish the setup. You finish setting up the device, and then you run immediately a recovery check to make sure that everything is correctly backed up, if that makes sense. Okie doke. All right. Next, crypto finders. Hello, I want to ask a question. I tried to stake near on Ledger. And it did it on 2 transactions. Near, it did it in 2 transactions. That's interesting. So let me try right now. It might not be an issue. Let me see. Send max. Okay, so maybe 0.1. Let's see what it does. It's possible that the flow to stake near is like that, like it's possible that you need like multiple inputs in the device. I did it like a while ago, but I don't really remember. So here, I'm going through the process. You can tell me if that looks familiar. So you would see a screen like that, confirm and stake, deposit, and then from, approve, and then you'd approve. And then you broadcast the transaction, and that's it. So this is how, it's only 1 transaction. So I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe you staked twice and you I'm not sure exactly, but if all the accounts are here and you roughly see the same information on your account, then it should be perfectly fine, I think. I wouldn't worry too much. As long as the balances are correct and the total balance is correct, then it should be fine. Next, Marvin Cops. Are you changing the ID of private keys? No, Marvin. It's not changed. The philosophy is still the same. Your private keys are yours and only yours, and they are backed up on your recovery phrase, and only you have control over your private key, no one else. So we're not changing that. Ledger will never change that. Paper Doll. Hello, how do you move crypto in Ledger from one account to another? For example, someone asked about Gala. They didn't have enough ETH to withdraw Gala. I think you say move ETH to Gala account. Yeah, correct. So I think at that time, I had an issue with the stream and my Ledger Live wouldn't show anymore. But now it's working, so I can actually show you what I meant. So here's how you would transfer Gala, for example, okay? So that user, the issue that they had their ETH in a separate account. They had their Gala in one ETH account with no ETH, okay? So they had their Gala in one Ethereum account that didn't have any ETH, and they had their ETH in a separate account without the Gala, okay? So two accounts, one was just ETH, the other one was just Gala. The problem is, like, if you want to move your Gala from that account, you would need ETH to create the transaction, to pay for the transaction fee, okay? So he wanted to, so the fix I suggested is like, hey, take your ETH and send it to the Ethereum account that has your Gala, okay? So you put everything into the same account and you're good to go. And yeah, so now I can show you like how you would go about doing this. So let's pretend this account here is, well, let's pretend this account here is the account that I have ETH with, okay? And this is the account with Gala, okay? So let's say that's the account with Gala that I want to fund. I click receive, continue. I generate, so I go ahead and I generate an address. Oh, sorry, okay, so this account is secured by a different device. That's why I'm getting the issue. Okay, so let me just create a new Ethereum account so you can see what I mean exactly. But basically, you would create a deposit address with one account and use that deposit address from the other account and send the transaction. Okay, so here's what I mean. So let's say that's your account. That's the account with your ETH. Okay, that's the account with your ETH. Let's pretend, and that's the account, and the other account is the account with your Gala. Okay, this is your account with your. Sorry, I'm getting a little lost here. This is your account with your Gala, okay? And you want to transfer ETH from one account to the other. So you would go to the account that has the Gala. You would create a deposit address, really simply, okay? You would copy this address, boom, approve, okay? Then you go to, okay, whatever. And then you go to the account that has the ETH. So let's say, whatever. You go to your account that's funded with ETH. And sorry, I clicked wrong. You go to the account that has the ETH. Sorry, this is a little chaotic, guys. And then you paste the address of the account, the other accounts, and then you will create that transaction, and that's all. And that would move the ETH from one account to the other. That's all. I hope that was clear. Sorry, I botched the explanation a little bit, but I hope that was. That answered your question. Okay, next. Okay, JKC. Can Hashback NFTs be stored in Ledger NanoX wallet? Yeah, I mean, if so here you mean like Hedera NFTs. Yes, if you can store them in a Ledger wallet, but you would need Hashback to see those NFTs because Ledger Live does not support Hedera NFTs, so you won't be able to see them. They will be in your account, but you won't be able to see them in Ledger Live. Okay, same for staking, right? You can stake using your Ledger device, but you cannot use Ledger Live because Ledger Live does not support the staking feature yet. So you will need to use Hashback to create that staking function. Okay, same thing for NFTs. It's the case for other blockchain as well. So for example, Solana is in the same situation where you can totally send Solana NFTs to your accounts, your Ledger accounts, Ledger Solana accounts that shows in Ledger Live. The NFT will be in your Solana account, but because Ledger Live cannot detect those Solana NFTs, you will not be able to see it in the interface. Instead, you will have to use a third-party wallet that can detect those NFTs, like for example Solflare, to see those NFTs and manage them. Okay. Next question. Okay, paper doll. Okay, great. Thank you for bearing with the explanation. That was not my best my best explanation ever, but I'm glad you got it. User 1900. Last time you didn't answer my question. Oh, I'm sorry about that. And I'm asking again why my TCU account says synchronization failed to get transaction for addresses. Oh, okay. So ETC, I'm not sure, but that might have been just a sync issue, like a vanilla sync issue with the ETC blockchain. So again, what I would suggest is, when you get like those synchronization error, where you can see like, something like that, or here would be like a red cross instead of a green tick, or you can just do it, go into settings, then help clear cache, and then confirm, and then that will force the blockchain Ledger Live to read the account again, resynchronize the balances and everything. So that might help. Something else that might help is just to delete your ETC account and re-add the account. So typically, let's pretend this is your ETC account. Okay, so you would click on your ETC account, you click the wrench icon here, remove from portfolio, confirm, boom. Okay, then the account will disappear from Ledger Live. That will not delete the account, just so you know. Okay, the account is on the blockchain, not in Ledger Live, so it will be hidden in Ledger Live, and then you would re-add your account by just clicking Add Account, etc., and then use your device to re-add the same account. Okay, and hopefully that will fix the synchronization error. That's a quick fix usually with this issue. You did clear cache, but still the same. Okay, well, try re-adding the account. That might actually help. See if that helps. If not, just let me know. Faram Shah. Okay, when I open Ledger Live, I get error. The procedure entry point get package family name could not be located in the dynamic link library kernel 30DLL, but no issue on Mac. Faram, is that an issue on Linux? And if yes, like please, can you share your distribution? Like, are you on Ubuntu or something different? So I can get a little more context. If it's an issue on Linux, then we'll probably need to open a ticket for you, because I don't have Linux running on this computer, so I cannot really help you here. Okay, yeah. Make sure you are on the latest version of just things that I can suggest, and make sure you are on the latest version of Ledger Live. And also we do have a article that explains how to solve installation for Linux. It's not very complete because Linux is not used by a lot of users. We should definitely like do more effort. But if you go to the Help Center and you go to download and install Ledger Live article, then yeah, like follow the steps. I created this this tutorial on Ubuntu, but it might apply to your distribution as well. And try to follow all the steps and see if that helps. Let me share that with you. See if that helps you. Okay. Next, Stuart Butler. Any news on the Arweave wallet update for NanoX? No update, unfortunately, Stuart. So it's still Nano S and Nano S Plus for now. I don't have any TA to give you for now, unfortunately, mate. But follow us on follow our account on Twitter, ledger_support. Whenever Arweave is supported for NanoX, we'll let you know. Okay. So again, we are at ledger_support here. Let me share it with you. to it. I'll tweet when it's available on NanoX. It should be soon, but yeah. Okay, next, user 1905. You not update, you also have access to 24 phrase. That's why I didn't update. No, we don't. Okay, so just to be very clear, guys, the new firmware update on the Nano X, okay, does not give us access to 24 word phrase. That's not true. Okay, the firmware just gives your device the capability to use recover if you want to use recover. Okay, so it's completely optional. If you don't want to use it, don't ignore the feature and you're fine. There is no difference. You can keep using your device as before. Okay. By updating the firmware will not automatically activate recover. You still have to go through the onboarding and everything. And even then, you will not be sharing your 24 word with us. You will, recover will shard your seed and then distribute your seed across 3 providers. Okay, so you're not sharing the phrase with anyone. Okay, and again, this feature is completely optional. I would say if you user 1905, if you need more information about ledger recover, go ahead and go read the FAQ on support.ledger.com. Okay, we have a ledger FAQ. It answers a lot of questions, so that might dispel some of the misconception around ledger recover. Again, guys, it's completely optional. Okay, we'll never force you to use it. If you don't like it, just ignore it. Cool. All right, next. Guys, thank you again for joining the chat. If you just joined the live, this is Dan with Ledger Support. I'm here for another 20 minutes, so drop your question in the chat. I'll do my best to get back to all of you during this session. User, by the way, it's completely safe to update the firmware, right? Again, the firmware will not activate recover. Jojo, yeah, thank you for the kind word, Jojo. It's really kind. Virtuous women winning, thank you. That was a lot so quickly. I'll do my best. Are the steps you share on the Academy or website anywhere? So let me check your question again. Yes, so not exactly to withdraw from Uphold, but I can. I'll share with you an article that will tell you how to create an XRP account, and I think this will help you greatly to move your coins to Ledger. Okay, and then also. Don't hesitate to ask the Uphold team for help if you need help on their side. If the interface is a little confusing, then just don't hesitate to reach out to their support service to ask them for help. This article here is only on the Ledger Live side. Okay, to create your deposit address to your Ledger device. Cool. All right, next. Crypto Finders, can't you stake twice the same project? Yes, you can. You can stake as many times as you want. Maybe that was your question. Yeah, you can stake multiple times, right? So like, if you stake one time near, then you can create as many stake as you want. It's fine. Same thing for Solana, for example. You can create as many stakes as you want. Every single time you stake on Solana, it will create a new staking account. So it will look like you have millions of accounts. For example, I'll show you. Like this is my work account. See, like I've got 2 active staking accounts and like 1 inactive. But I think Near, although Near is a little different, where it will just show you 1 account, but you can you can top up this staking account by creating multiple staking transactions. That's how it works. Cool. All right. Next question. Nick A. Regarding the Arbitrum assets, please note that there is mismapping within Ledger Live. When I click on Arbitrum, it then links me to arbitrage accounts. Oh, very frustrating. To expand, when clicking on the Arbitrum asset, the accounts listed underneath is for arbitrage. How does this get past the review phase Ledger Live backend devs? That is a good question, Nick. Let me just double check real quick, because if there is an issue, for sure, we need to escalate that. I know the flow to create an Arbitrum account is a little confusing, so let me just run you through the steps here. And you guys, if you're interested adding an Arbitrum account, then you might want to follow along as well. So, okay, so I'm in Ledger Live, okay, and I'm going to click Add Account, Arbitrum. Okay, so I know what's going on. You have to see, like, this is the arbitrage that you were talking about. You have to actually type the entire name. Right, here you go. So make sure to type the entire name here, Arbitrum, okay? And here you can see you've got two options. What you want is Arbitrum ETH, okay? Arbitrum ETH, that's the option you want to create an Arbitrum account on the Arbitrum network. Arbitrum Arb is just a, if you select that, you will create an Ethereum account, right? This is to store Arbitrum token on an Ethereum account. I know it's super confusing. We need to change that, but if you want to store Arb token or ETH or ERC20 tokens on an Arbitrum account on the Arbitrum network, you want this option, Arbitrum ETH. Okay, that's the account that you want to install, and then that will, then you can go through the steps with your device to add the account, and you're good to go. Okay, so I know it's not super easy, but this is how it works. Okay, so make sure to type the complete name in the account menu to access the correct account. Sorry guys, close the, it's a little bright here. Okay, so I hope I answered your question here, but you're right, we can probably we can probably improve that flow. MG, can't on ETH, Ledger send me Polygon. Dan, can you show me FET on ETH on Ledger? Yeah, MG, I'm gonna try. You know what? It's possible that actually Binance does not support FET on Ethereum. It's possible that Binance only supports FET on Polygon, in which case you will have to send it to Polygon accounts. In this case, it's fine. You just create a Polygon account in Ledger Live, and then the FET will probably show in your token section here. Let me actually check that. But that would be weird. Honestly, that would be super weird of Binance not to support Ethereum for FET token. I find it it's so puzzling why they would do that. But I've seen exchanges do worse. So let me check real quick to see if FET is supported on Polygon, but I'm pretty sure it is. Fetch, here we go. Yeah, see, fetch.ai. It's supported on Polygon, so you can send it to your Ledger Polygon account without issue. Now the question is it supported in Ledger Live? Let me check that for you real quick. Yep, it is supported. It is supported in Ledger Live as well. So MG, if you send FET tokens on the Polygon network from Binance, it will actually show in Ledger Live. Make sure you have the latest version of Ledger Live. Okay, so that means version 2.60.0. You can check the version by going into settings, help, about, and 2.60.0. If you have this version, then your FET will appear in your Polygon account. You actually will save on fees if you send it to your Polygon account. It will be cheaper. So I hope that answered your questions. Oh, no, Binance don't let you Polygon network. Okay, so just send it to your Ethereum network in this case. It's fine, because it's supported on both the Ethereum network and the Polygon network. So you can send it to either of them, and the FET will appear as a token in your account, either Ethereum or Polygon. Okay. Don't have ETH for FET. Yeah, I think just send the FET and then send a little bit of ETH after that. But you don't need ETH in your Ethereum account to. You don't need ETH in your Ethereum account to send tokens, right? You can just send tokens to the account. But of course, the tokens will be stuck in that account until you can actually send some ETH to that account. So maybe the best option for you might actually be to send it to Binance Smart Chain, because it's the cheapest way to send it somewhere. If not, send the FET to your Ethereum account, okay, from Binance, and then send some ETH later to the same Ethereum account. So next time you want to move your FET, then you've got ETH to pay for the gas. Okay. Next user. So I answered the question. I answered the question earlier. Next, J.E. Gonzalez. Hi Dan. Hey, how's it going, J.E.? It seems that although all customers aren't agreed to recover, the company decided to keep going forward with it. Seriously affect Ledger Trustness. So guys, recover is completely optional, right? So I know that a lot of you don't want to use recover. You don't have to. That's the good part. You can completely ignore it. Even if you update the firmware, then Ledger, you can still update the firmware, and this will not activate recover, which is not live, by the way. Recover is not live yet, in any case. And even when recover is live, if you update the firmware, then that will not activate recover. You will still need to expressly opt in to choose recover. We will never force you to use recover if you don't like it. Okay, I just want to make that clear because I don't know if that was correctly communicated by our team. Okay, so it's completely optional, and you're completely in control of whether you want to use it or not. Okay, So next, user 1905. What website was the recovery word on the link? Yeah, let me share the. It's on GitHub. It's a public list. It's called the BIP39 list user. Here you go. Share the link with you. Cruz, from follow-up question. I'm not talking about the device. I'm talking about on the laptop. Live login password to see my crypto portfolio. Oh, okay. Well, then it's fine. You can just reset. Okay, so it's gonna be annoying because you'll need to re-add your account. But if you lost if there is a problem with the Ledger Live password, then it's don't worry, that doesn't affect your account. Just reset the Ledger Live and then re-add your account manually with your Ledger device. It's a little annoying, but this will not affect your account in any case. I'll send a link to you to an article that will help you through the steps, Cruz. I'm sorry I misunderstood your question. There you go. That should help you. Okay, next, Audrey's. What does Carousel Visibility mean? Okay, yeah, the carousel is carousel. I'm not sure how to pronounce it actually. The carousel is just the promotional banner at the top of Ledger Live. Mine is disabled because I find it annoying, to be very frank. But you can leave it on or you can turn it off. See, this is the option, okay? So you go into settings, general, carousel visibility. You can toggle it on or off. If it's on, you will see the carousel. See, here's the carousel. If you turn it off, then the carousel will be gone. That's all. Personally, I don't like to see it, so I disable it, and that's all. See, it's gone. So yeah. So no worries. It's very low impact if you keep it or get rid of it. Paper Doll, thank you. Yeah, no worries. Thanks to you, Paper Doll. JKC, thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. User, yeah, okay, thanks. I'll try to add the account. Yeah, try that. Audrey Z, yeah, carousel visibility is just an option. It's very low impact. It's mostly for promotional purposes. You don't have to keep it or not. It's in the settings. Olivier Grande, can I swap XRP to Ethereum on Ledger Live? I don't think you can. I do not think you can. Let me double check. You might. Let me hinge here. Let me hedge. You might. Wait, did you say? Okay, let me. You said XRP for to Ethereum. Okay, yeah, actually you might be able to do it. Let me check. XRP to Ethereum. Yeah, you can. You can. You need, okay, so you need at least 51 XRP. I'm too poor to do the swap, but you totally can. Make sure to have both an XRP account and an Ethereum account installed, okay, in Ledger Live before you do the swap. And yeah, when you do the swap, make sure you verify the fee and the quote rate and everything, okay, so you don't get any bad surprises and you know exactly how much you pay, because the swap will incur a fee. Okay, very important. The swap is a transaction. There is a service provider behind the swap, and that service provider will take a fee, of course. Okay, so before you validate the swap on your device, just verify all the information. Make sure you accept the fees before you actually swap. Okie doke. Audrey, yeah. No worries. It's just a detail, really. You don't you can totally disable it. Next, X9. Please tell me I've staked 10 DOT in Nano S+, but they're not staked and stuck into the site, and I'm unable to unstake them. So I think I've lost. No, X9. You haven't lost them. There is an issue in Ledger Live when it comes to unstaking. It's just a display issue, meaning that basically it's a bug, but the coins are still staked. Don't worry, like the coins haven't gone anywhere. It's just that the option to unstake has disappeared, which is really annoying. We are working on fixing the bug. For now, you can still unstake by using a different third-party wallet called Talisman. So let me share Talisman wallet with you. Talisman is a third-party wallet. It's actually pretty great for managing Polkadot accounts, and they support staking, unstaking, managing accounts, and all that good stuff. So you can look it up and use it to unstake. And don't worry, your coins are not lost. Here you go. All right, next. Guys, I'm gonna try to answer all your questions within 5 minutes. I'll try my best. Don't be mad at me if I can't make it. I'll be back. Sorry, not me, but I'll be back on Monday. But the US team will hold a live tomorrow, on Friday. Okay, so William Keith, Dan, any update on Ledger Stacks pre-orders? No updates, William, unfortunately. I've also ordered a Stacks, so I'm eagerly waiting for mine as well. I would say just do monitor your inbox, your email inbox, the one you use to place the pre-order, because this is where we are going to communicate about the pre-orders. So whenever we are ready to ship you the stacks, then you'll get an email updates in your inbox. Audrey Z, yeah, the carousel, yeah. So no worries. User, appreciate your time. Yeah, no worries. Thank you, user, for your questions. Crypto Finders, I've staked near protocol twice and it once worked. What's going on? Can you help me? I think I answered your question, Crypto Finders. OSK, hello. If you have a question, drop it in the chat. I'll get back to you. Oh, there's a question. Never mind. Hello, is there any drawbacks to using Ledger with other wallet providers like Phantom? Nope, there's no drawbacks, except that Phantom is only for, I think, Ethereum and Solana at this point, whereas like Ledger Live supports more chains. But at the end of the day, it's down to what features are important for you. Okay, so your Ledger, your private keys are secured by your Ledger device. Okay, your Ledger device can connect to Ledger Live, Phantom, MetaMask, Talisman. All these different third-party wallet providers or Ledger Live are equally secure, because the private keys, the constant thing here is like the private keys are always in the device. So you can go ahead and connect your device to all these different third-party wallets. Some will offer features that others don't have. For example, Phantom might show you Solana NFTs, whereas Ledger Live doesn't show you, cannot detect Solana NFTs. Okay, so you can go shopping for specific features that you want. And personally, I use multiple third-party wallets and Ledger Live. I use them all. I combine them depending on what feature I'm trying to I want to use. I like Phantom. I like Solflare even better, by the way. We have an article on the Hub Center about Solflare. I personally use them a lot, but Phantom is great as well. Crypto Finders, thank you. Yeah, no worries. Richard, why do I see random XLM accounts? Not of my making in my profile. Regular deposits in random quantities continue building value, but it's not mine. That is not normal, Richard. So I don't think that's a security issue necessarily, right? Because again, Ledger Live does not store coins. It's all in your device. If you see a random XLM account, then I would just say, just remove it. So let's say, for example, this is the random XLM account. Just select it, wrench icon, remove from portfolio, and confirm. And then it's gone. And that's it. And yeah, that's it. And if that continues, like, just please let me know, because that's weird. Maybe someone used your Ledger Live to add an account with their own device. Maybe they did this. That's possible, but that would be weird. All right, guys, 1 more minute. I'm going to try to speedrun all those questions here. User 1905, last question. When will Kadena and Mina be supported? Kadena, no ETA, Mina supported, but you need a third-party wallet. You need a third-party wallet to connect your Ledger device to the Mina network. It's on the Hub Center. It's called the OR wallet, so you can use that. There you go. Next, MG. Oh yeah, so okay, I answered those questions about Polygon. Nodora, hi, I'm unable to see a lot of the coin price on Binance chain account like BSC, Conflux, also BTT, Onshore Network. So Nodora, it might be two things. It might be, first of all, might be because there is a synchronization issue in Ledger Live, in which case you can go into settings, help, clear cache, and see if the correct balances appear. The second reason might be because the specific tokens are not supported in Ledger Live, meaning they are in your account, okay? They are protected by your Ledger, but Ledger Live is not able to detect those balances, okay? In which case you can just connect, if it's, for example, a token balance on the Tron network, you can connect your Ledger device to a third-party wallet like TronScan and see and manage the missing tokens via TronScan instead. Would recommend TronScan. It's pretty great. Nodora. And yeah. Okay, next, Raphael. Nodora follow-up. I'm unable to see Gala and key price under ETH. Again, that might be because some of them are not supported. When it comes to Gala, Gala is supported with the price. So yeah, you can see here. Here's my Gala account, and you can see the price as well. You can see the balance and the value of the balance. So you know what might be going on is like you need to update Ledger Live. So go to settings, help, about, and then check the version here. Okay, if it's not 260, then please update Ledger Live. The way you can do it is either there's going to be an orange banner in Ledger Live to update, and you can use that. Or you can go on ledger.com and download Ledger Live. Let me share the link with you, actually. Ledger Live download, so you can update all of that. So try both, okay? Update Ledger Live and then clear the cache, and let me see how it goes. Nodora. Okay, couple more questions, guys. Samra, I skipped your question. Did I skip your question? I'm so sorry. Yes, I did skip your question. Sorry about that. So I recently changed laptops, installed MetaMask wallet on a new PC, restored the account, but I don't see my Ethereum balance in MetaMask. Although I see it in Ledger Live. How do I fix it? Okay, great. So here's how you would fix it. Make sure you've got, make sure you've got Chrome running, okay? Then install MetaMask, all right? Open MetaMask. Make sure you are on the Ethereum network. So typically this will be the default setup, okay? There will be account 1 here. And then you will have to connect your Ledger account to MetaMask. So what you would do is just like, you click the settings button here, connect hardware wallet, select Ledger. Oh, before you do that, make sure that Ledger Live, you want to make sure Ledger Live is not open, and you want to make sure the Ethereum app is open on the device. Then select Ledger, continue. And then you should see your Ledger Ethereum accounts. So for example, like this is your account, boom, you unlock it, and then you will see your Ledger Ethereum accounts in the list here. The Ledger accounts have a little Ledger tag here. This is how you can distinguish an account that's protected by your Ledger device, or a vanilla MetaMask account that's just protected by MetaMask. Okay, so sorry again for missing your question. I hope that answered your question. Okay, few last question, guys. MG, can you say what is the latest update of Live? I'm lost. Which is it? So Ledger Live, the latest Ledger Live update is 2.60. Okay. Now the firmware on your device will have a different number. Okay, it depends on the model. For a Nano S Plus, for example, you will get that version. Okay, the firmware version is actually here. You will need to go into My Ledger and then look at OS version, and that would be the firmware version. So that's the version of the firmware that runs on your device. It's different from the version of Ledger Live, which is just a piece of software, and the Ledger Live version can be found here in the Ledger Live settings. Okay. Another way to check the firmware version on your device is to go into, so you do a long hold with the buttons, then you go into settings, general, firmware version, and you get, and the secure element version here is the actual the firmware version, or also known as the OS version. Okay. Yeah, so Samara, okay, first few accounts are grayed out just like in your screen. Well, that means they've been already added. Now you want to make sure when you add a new account, and I'll show you in a second, two things. You want to make sure that you select the correct derivation path. Okay, so it should be Ledger Live. Okay, make sure you're not on a different derivation path. And if you cannot still see your account in the list here, just try those different derivation paths. Okay, because you might see other accounts. See, like if I change the derivation path, you will get like a totally different set of accounts. So you might want to check like all the different derivation paths, see if you can see your accounts. If you cannot find your accounts, then it's probably the recovery phrase that's wrong, or you're using the wrong device. Okay, so in this case, try to find the correct device that secures your account, or check the recovery phrase. Maybe you have the wrong recovery phrase in a device. All right, guys. One more question, because I think I have to go. Yeah. Elon, hey Dan, when Aptos app on mobile? Aptos app on mobile. Yeah, no ETA, mate. No ETA. It's only on desktop, and you have to use a third-party extension to use it. I think Tahoe. No, Aptos has its own wallet, but I think Tahoe will let you do it as well. But yeah, not mobile yet. Chule, can I have a free Ledger Nano X? I'm sorry, I don't have the power to offer free Ledger Nano X, but if you, I can offer a discount if you reach out to us. Yeah, I'm happy to reach out a discount to give you a discount, mate. You just go to Ledger. So wait, just gonna share my screen here. Go to ledger.support.com, support.ledger.com, open a ticket, and then explain that Dan said that you could have a discount. So someone will forward the ticket to me, and then I'll share the discount with you. Okay. Okay, guys. I guess I'll leave it here. And one Ledger extension launching for Windows. Oh, it's I don't know. No ETU. It's only for macOS for now. I think it's in development. So follow us on Twitter. We'll have updates there. Okay, guys. One last. Paulo Ferreira. Hey, which is the best app or the most recommended to swap? The answer is it depends on what you want to swap. Different apps will do a better job to swap. If it's a swap on the Ethereum network, within the Ethereum network, you want to swap one ERC20 token for another, I would say just use something like PairSwap. Also supports Binance Smart Chain and Polygon. I think I like Squid as well. Squid is pretty great. It's just a new app in the Discover section here. So you wanna. Oh no, wait. This is not a. Oh yeah, it is a swap. Sorry for that. Yeah. So you might wanna look at Squid as well if you wanna swap. Also pretty good, but just make sure you check the fee, right? Because there will be a fee to swap. Okay, Squid will take a fee to swap. So before you confirm the transaction on the device, make sure that you understand the fee that you're gonna pay and also the quote, like the exchange rate. Okay, the exchange rate will be different depending on the crypto pair, right? So the exchange rate for Bitcoin to Ethereum will be different than, for example, Ethereum to XRP, for example. Okay, something to keep in mind. All right, guys, I really have to go. Thank you so much. MG, yes, the question, it's normal that your Polygon and ETH addresses are the same because they're all EVM networks. So you have the same address on Ethereum, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, Arbitrum, Optimism. All those EVM chains have the same address. It's normal. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming to the session. I'll be back myself on Monday at 5 p.m. CET, okay, Paris time. Tomorrow will be a session hosted by the US team. Yes, MG, you can send my FET there on Ethereum. Yeah, absolutely. It's safe. So tomorrow the session will be hosted by the US team, and it will be a onboarding session. Okay, so they will show you how to safely onboard to a new Ledger device, how to set up properly. So this is a session that's great for beginners. If you have friends that just got a Ledger device, then this is perfect for them. And you will be able to find the session on our YouTube channel in the live session, the section here. Here's the session. So if you click the notify me button, you'll get a notification when we go live. And Jay Stacks, no info to give you mine, but monitor the email that you provided to pre-order. This is where we will communicate about Stacks. Okay, cool. I think I cleared the backlog of questions, guys. Thank you so much again for coming to this AMA. I hope you learned something and you appreciated the session. And I hope to see you either tomorrow on Friday or for me on Monday. And in the meantime, please don't share your recovery phrase with anyone, okay? Don't get scammed, and just take care. Have a good weekend and stay safe, okay? All right. Bye-bye.